We perceive pets as mainly cats and dogs without considering that other humans may think of them as boring. Exotic pets are costlier to maintain, rare, and sometimes dangerous. However, people who own them don't mind, provided they offer value in exchange. You probably didn't know that people own 10 of these unusual exotic pets. Number 10. Couple share a studio flat with a cougar. Alexander Dmitriev and his wife Maria share their studio apartment with a 2-year-old cougar. Their home in Russia may not have been the ideal place to house the animal, but after the couple fell in love with it, they decided to adopt it. The animal is free and can swim alongside the pet cat. Although this cat is relatively smaller than those in the wild, it's still a wild animal. The pet called Messi is a perfect blend of a cat and a dog. It's playful and responds to instructions. People who see it for the first time are scared thanks to its fearful appearance, but her owners say it's soft at heart. The couple admitted that caring for the animal takes a lot of time and resources, especially because it needs a high protein level to keep it healthy. They take turns trimming its claws every 2 weeks and check her teeth regularly. In return, Messi licks their hand with love. The cougar is famous in the neighborhood and has a YouTube and Instagram channel. You can check it out. Number 9. Breakfast with a pet bear. Of all the pets in the world, this Russian family chose a bear to keep them company at home. Yuri and Svetlana made an interesting choice that got everyone talking. They own a 7-foot, 770-pound bear named Stefan. The huge animal is always at the family's breakfast table. The couple said they met Stefan when he was only 3 months old and took him in. Since the adoption, they saw no need to treat him like a wild animal. Stefan, on the other hand, behaves like a family member. They have no problem letting him walk around the compound. They dine, kiss, and hug him like every house pet. When he's seated at the table, the couple sometimes spoon-feed him. The couple said feeding him was a way to keep him tame since he was a known predator. When he's not eating, Stefan sits on the couch with his family to see a movie or enjoy the evening. Number 8. The largest wolves in the world's pet. We always think of gray wolves as dangerous animals, and we were right. Researchers that warned us against them are beginning to reconsider. With more people settling for them as pets, we might have a revolution. A new study suggests that when humans show kindness to this animal, it reciprocates and loves us too. Andrei is a Russian who lived a normal life until he found this animal on the street. As he walked on the street, he heard the sounds of a puppy in distress. Being an animal lover, he walked to the scene to see a helpless puppy. Without thinking twice, he took it home and cared for it. The animal was weak from malnutrition, but slowly gained weight and stamina while staying with Andrea. Months later, the animal grew beyond expectations, prompting Andrea to be curious about its species. He took the animal to an expert to help identify it. It was then that he got the shocker of his life. He had been living with a gray wolf all this while. He'd already bonded with it and couldn't help returning his friend to the zoo. Not even his friends and parents could convince him that the animal was too dangerous to be a pet. Number 7. The world's most pampered alligator. Wild animals have taken up more domestic roles in recent times. Angela Lance, like her other counterparts on this list, captured the attention of many when she posted her pet alligator online. She dresses the animal in several stylish outfits and displays its fierce manicures. She named her Lily after purchasing her from a pet store. Lily was only 2 days old when she began living with Lance. Therefore, they created a bond from day one. After showing the world how much she cared for her pet, the animal earned the title of the most pampered gator in the world. Lance's choice of pet is connected to the brand she works for. The merchandise she poses for funds various alligator rescue facilities. Her family has no problem with the animal. In fact, her mother calls it her grand gator and asks her daughter to send her pictures. Lance has a boyfriend who doesn't have an issue with the alligator. Although he doesn't touch it, he respects her opinion. Lance says she uses the medium to educate people about owning an animal like Lily. Number 6. Loki, the overly affectionate raven who likes to cuddle. Loki is a trained black raven from Essex, England. He's cheeky and fun to be with and has been living with Elliot Manarin for several years. Their friendship is one that everyone envies. One day, a local breeder contacted Elliot. Within the period, Loki was alone and fended for himself. Elliot agreed to the request, seeing that the raven was well-mannered. Days after Loki began living with him, he was aggressive due to anxiety, but as time passed, he was calm. Elliot helped him get used to the environment by introducing him to humans. In that process, he built a bond with the animal and would play, cuddle, and have conversations with it. The friends are often pictured together having fun, although Loki is sometimes mischievous. Number 5. Peanut the squirrel. Peanut, a famous squirrel, is lucky to have the best human friend he could ever ask for. The friendship started when Peanut's mom was hit by a car. She passed on, leaving him orphaned. The shelters in the region didn't have enough facilities to take him, and he didn't want to return to the wild alone. Mark was walking on the street when he found the helpless squirrel, so he took her. After feeding the animal for 8 months, he thought it was best to return him to the wild. Peanut was already used to human love and affection and didn't want to go back. When Mark released him in the backyard, he refused to go. Instead, he snuck to one side and sat on the porch. When Mark opened the door, Peanut rushed back inside. Since his return, both of them have been best of friends. They do everything together and have a mutually beneficial relationship. Mark said that the animals made him nicer and more patient. I feel jealous already. Number 4. Little girl loves relaxing with her giant pet pythons. This video shows the nerve-wracking moment a little girl was playing with an enormous python more than 4 times her size. She's not scared that the animal coils around her, but is excited. The giant yellow snake is also excited about her human friend that it doesn't pay attention to the environment.
Sir, I'm steady. Sir, Sonny likes that, does she?
This video was originally posted by a Reddit user. It's not the first time the child's seen with a python. Internet users suggest that she has a collection of them. Reporters say that this clip is only a normal day for unique pet owners in Surrey.
She licked it apart a little.
The snakes are one of the world's longest. Dad, Ed, the child's father, said it was normal for his daughter and the snake to play with one another since she was a toddler. He said the relationship grew over time and he couldn't do anything about it. Ed said he didn't leave his daughter alone with the snake, but seeing how well they bonded, he was relaxed. He added that these huge reptiles are not what we think they are. Number 3. Lizard greets man like a dog. We all love pets, or maybe regular ones like dogs, cats, horses, or pigs. Not only do we love spending money on them, but we also don't mind pampering them. This man owns a lizard for a pet, and when this video was uploaded online, it got thousands of views in a few hours. Of course, everyone was curious to see how he copes with the animal. Most people don't know that reptiles are affectionate, especially toward their owners. In the viral video, a pet lizard is seen doing something unique. His owner was returning home from work when it crawled to the man while wagging its tail. This is something only dogs do. How come lizards do something similar? At first, it's hard to tell what it is, but we see it's a lizard when it comes closer. The massive lizard is shockingly fast given its size. While the actual species of lizard is unknown, we suspect it's a giant iguana. Adults reach up to 6 feet long. Although some are green, others are gray, like this one. Number 2. Badzilla the Bat. This bat was orphaned, but we don't know what led to that happening. Thankfully, a Queensland-based animal rescue found the creature and rescued it. They shared footage of the heartwarming moment the 7-week-old bat tested a fruit for the first time.
And he's very, very hungry.
The video was posted by Denise Wade, an expert that's cared for baby bats for over a decade. The tiny animal is seen licking a small piece of fruit as part of the weaning process. Denise said her team introduced lollies, a tiny piece of ripe, skinless fruit, before moving to larger pieces of fruit when it's weaned off milk. The animal is initially confused, but it's smart and picks up quickly. Wade shares updates about this animal with her YouTube and Facebook pages.
We've just got to treat his...
Number 1. Living with tigers. Welcome to this home where everyone, including tigers, live in peace and harmony. After A.S. Borges rescued 2 abused tigers in 2005, he took them home and started a makeshift animal sanctuary in Moringa, Brazil. Today, he owns 7 tigers, 1 pet chihuahua, and 2 lions. His 3 daughters love the animals and believe they're safer around them. Even his toddler spends quality time with the tigers. When asked how he copes living with wild animals, he responded by saying wild animals love to be respected. Since the tigers were born, they've been pampered and treated right. While there have been several cases of exotic animals attacking their owners, this family is confident it will not be their lot. See you in another episode.